Alright you guys, so today I'll be doing a review on this Pacific Coast car duster that I've had. I've had this for a couple of months now and I haven't been able to use it now, but I think today is a good day to try it out. It seems to be just a brush really. And this one here isn't microfiber or anything. I forgot what it said. I think it's cotton or something. Special cotton fiber is what it says on there. You can pause it and read that. But I think maybe this will help keep my car cleaned. But as you can see, everything inside is clean. Got everything conditioned. I had to redo this door here because you can see a little bit of the rain spots. The rainwater does seem to discolor our interiors. And as you can see, this one here has soaked it all up and dried up. You can see where the Lexol sits and where it got plenty of it and where I didn't. And usually whenever you do your Lexol, you have to go over it. Or at least I do. I go over it when it does that, when it dries. But I'm thinking that maybe this will help keep the car looking a little bit cleaner. And you don't want to like push down on it, because you might scratch something if anything gets caught up in it. And this is just the roof, and you can see that my roof is a little dirty from the staining or from the cleaning products that I put on there. I think I put some of that trim cleaner on there, and whenever the car gets condensation on it, it dries up or it latches on, and then it just runs down the car or something. I don't know what made those lines, but I guess back here you can really see. I don't know if you can really tell a difference between what I have cleaned and what I didn't clean. But I was thinking that, oh, here you can see. Can you see that? Probably not. I was thinking that since my car is outside, that I guess I should use this and help keep my paint a little bit cleaner. Or at least it'll cut down on me having to wash the car if I keep up on it. But I mean, it's pretty much just to dust your car is what it is. I'm not too thrilled with it, but I mean, I've never used one of these, so who knows. But just to lightly go over the entirety of the car will be, should be fine. And I usually like to just go over my entire car with a detail spray and a microfiber cloth when it's dusty like this, just to get all of the dust off of it, just to bring out some shine. But this actually works a lot better. I had to clay bar the side because they did construction on the road a couple of weeks ago, and I ended up getting some tar on it. But I mean, this thing only cost $10 at O'Reilly's, and then I used I think it was like a $10 off card. Whenever you buy so much stuff from them, you end up getting a little discount card. And that's what I used on this. So I ended up getting this for around, I think it was like $2. Because with taxes it was like $12. But, I mean, can you sort of tell a difference? I think it's just a light dusting of dust on the car. And I used some of that turtle wax, ice turtle wax on it. And there's the spot that I need to clay bar. If you can see where the dust and whatnot is collecting. I don't know what that is. Stuff off of the road. And there's quite a bit here. And what do you call it? The detail spray gets most of it off, but some of it you have to take a clay bar to it. And I'm thinking about buying a cover here next paycheck and then cover up my car. And another thing that's going on with the car is that the timing chain is going out. So there's another owner who has another base, and he had a mechanic from Cadillac fix his when his timing chain went out, and the mechanic there, his friend, said that that it is the timing chain. And since the Cadillac CTS has pretty much the same engine as us and same issues with the timing chain, that you know, it is the timing chain. So when some guy that works for Cadillac and works on this type of engine says it's the timing chain, then bad news. Ugh, it's hot out here. Or at least it's hot to me, but I mean, there it is. It definitely looks a little bit shinier. I mean, I see a cat hair there, and cat hair is everywhere. So I guess for $2, you know, this wasn't that bad of a purchase. I'm pretty sure you could get a California Duster for around the same price, but this is all that O'Reilly's had. And so it saves me from having to completely detail spray the entire car just because there's a light dusting of dust on it. So I guess if you do get one of those cards, just it's not a bad investment, and you can take this off and wash it, so not too bad. Especially with the roof and this here thing, you can see just how shiny it is. And so that's about it for this episode. The next one I'll be doing is, I did find my fog lights for the front of the car for me to use. Let me just put this back in. Oh. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to, I don't know, somehow snake it in there with one hand. It comes in this little container thing. And it just sits like that. So I have the fog lights, and I will see if I can run those LED headlights without the caps on. Because some people have said, you know, they haven't had issues with theirs, but they're also running OEM headlights. I do not have OEM headlights. I bought TYC headlights, and they are not OEM, but the bulbs are in here, and then here are these. So maybe once I get to work, I can install those, and then take it from there, and hopefully, you know, it'll be a lot better. Let's see if she does the weird sound. Yep. So that sound you heard, that is the timing chain. So if your car does that, it's a good time to go get your car looked at and see what it'll cost to get it fixed. But that is definitely the timing chain. So I hope next month to have the car in the shop and have that fixed, and then we will see how it goes from there. But other than that, car's running fine. Just that one first remote start every now and then is what does it. And I mean, even though the car has a timing chain issue, you can't really beat the condition that my car is in. I mean, I've seen quite a few people post that they've been looking for one, and, you know, had to settle for getting a base just because the few GTs that they did find were in really bad condition or beat to hell. And even the small little trim bits for this car are extremely expensive, just because the car is not being imported. No one's making these parts, and yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find little trim bits. I mean, door handles are pretty expensive. Those little things are expensive. This is expensive. This little thing is expensive. Even this one here. And mine only has a slight nick right there, which you can barely see right there. And then mine here has a little scratch here and a little scratch there. You can't really see them, but I do. Right there. And so that's it. I guess it's off to work cleaning dirty old toilets and risking getting poked by needles again. But hope you enjoyed this, and if you do get one of those cards, you know, it's a nice little investment, especially if your car is parked outside.